Good afternoon, Cosmic Cat here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for being present. We are going to read our affirmations for the inner child out of this book, and then we will pull an oracle card and some tarot cards to help us guide us through this message of what it is that is speaking volumes with the inner child today, okay? So please be sure to take us as excuse me, take what resonates for you and leave behind what does not. I was guided to just pull this carnelian out right now. So there's something with your sacral plexus chakra going on. That is where we have our willpower, determination, confidence. It's also our sexual location. It's the lower abdomen between the belly button and the private area, okay? So it's important for you to really focus on that spot, maybe do some meditations and put a orange crystal on that location or visualize an orange energy center and allow your feelings to surface, what you may feel. Let's see what is on. This is guided messages. As I get them, I just let others know, okay? So I'm letting you know I will speak to you about when things come up, when I hear guides sending messages to me as I'm reading, I will let you know then at that time what it would be, okay? So May 19th is the day that we are on, and it's all about envy. Envy. I transform envy into self-awareness. Today, I will accept envy as a valuable clue to uncovering my needs. I am confident in my ability to fulfill my desires. Sibling rivalry is a fact of life. A younger child may envy an older sibling's achievements or abilities. An older child may envy the attention a newborn receives. In a healthy family, parents acknowledge that all children deserve nurturing and are capable of achievement. A wise mother and father looks beyond the envy and helps the child identify the underlying need. My inner child did not receive help in working through the powerful experience of sibling rivalry. As an adult in recovery, I now allow myself to feel envy without guilt or shame. I transform my envy into a heightened awareness of my needs and wants. I am choosing positive actions that nurture my growth. Okay, so it's all about envy, about having brothers and sisters, about the comparison, competition, the need and the desire to be number one, feeling as though there's lack being spoken about here. There is a lot that comes up with sibling rivalry, correct? And envy, jealousy, envious. I mean, there's a thin line between envy and between jealousy. Honestly, envy typically is wishing that you could be more like another person, whereas and it's more so in a gentler or softer aspect, as in you're not wishing anything bad upon the person. It's more of an admiration feeling that you wish you could achieve these goals, whereas jealousy is more of you want to take that energy away from the person, or you wish bad upon the other person. And so there is a difference with envy and jealousy, although both can lead to, both of them can lead you to having this self-esteem issue or a complex, not being able to see yourself authentically for who you are. Let's see what we can get out of, and self-awareness, really, instead of worrying about others and what they're doing or not doing, focusing more on yourself and what goals do you want to reach and why would you like to reach those goals. Every person is unique, even your brother or sister. You may have a blood that you share together, but you have your own unique individualism. Yeah? Okay, let's see what we can get about this envy and about comparisons, about understanding how to work with the energy and acknowledge your feelings of why you may be feeling those ways. Because I'm getting self-worth and value Like knowing that you're a human and you exist and that you deserve to be treated with respect and honored as well. And if there is something that your sibling is doing and you would like to do that same thing as well, that there isn't anything necessarily incorrect or not okay with that, unless you're doing it just to try to take from your sibling. See, that's the part where it's like, you know, cooperating, maybe learning from your sibling in about how they do things and asking if they'd like to partner up or working together would be more beneficial than trying to tear someone apart or be against them in ways that are not going to help you. So we're going to pause right here. I was told to pause, but I did want to take another card. Look at this, lovers. Yes, lovers, having love for yourself. Having love for yourself is extremely important. We didn't pull our first card. That's so funny. We went backwards. So maybe there's something about going back. Go back. There's definitely a root. There is a root here. Whether you're an adult and you don't even talk to your siblings anymore and time has passed and you feel like, oh, that's not even an issue for me. Well, it may have triggered something for you here by listening to the word of the day, envy, and by hearing what was spoken by the author about being envious and about knowing the difference, about really honing your self-awareness and your own desires as opposed to taking from others. This is what this is about. I mean, our nation, the country is all based on being the top, being number one, being of power, being the leader, but really is that really the goal or the dream? Or is it really you just want to be seen or heard, acknowledge, recognize your feelings to matter, you to matter, to have self-awareness in yourself and to know that you do matter? As long as you are rooted within yourself and you are connected with your inner child, you know that you matter, and your inner child knows this too. Your inner child can help guide you to what really is your dream or goal, as long as you have this connection and deepen a connection with your inner child and gut. Home, that is your home. Your inner child is your space of your home. Your soul, these are both soul cards from the tarot deck. And so they are directly related to your soul. Okay? You know, if you grew up really having the sibling rivalry and also comparing yourself to others and being jealous or envious of what others have in your home life, you're more than likely are struggling with this in your whole day to day as an adult as well. So it's important to get rooted into your soul, into the body, the vessel that carries your soul. This body is extremely important and holds energy, sometimes stagnant energy that's heavy and weighs us down. Sometimes you may not even know what this energy is, but it's extremely important for you to allow yourself to feel at home within your body. Your body is your home. That's your home. Sure, we all have shelters and we have homes that we live in, but your true home. And what is your home life like? This is showing a resemblance for some of you um, that your home environment is reflecting. You're an adult now. You have your own family. You have children now that are, so you're seeing sibling rivalry within your children, and you're not wanting them to have this. You're wanting to change this, but you don't know how. This is a really good step for you to take first, and you've been guided here, and it's wonderful. Your guides are very pleased. Your spirit team is very happy and pleased that you came here today to see and to gain some understanding of this reading, for you to write in your journal about your sibling rivalry, about how you feel with your sister or your brother when they're successful and you're failing. That can be a tough time for you to be supportive when you're failing in life, if you allow the ego to take over and you have fear rise. But if you allow compassion in your soul and are guided by your inner child, your inner gut, intuition, knowing, wisdom, and are grounded and grateful for the opportunity of the failure moment that you're having, because you know that it's going to teach you and train you how to move forward, how to step over that hurdle, how to jump if you need to jump, how to reach for the stars when you need to reach for the stars, how to not give up and be determined. Everybody has their own story in life. Even though you are connected, you also have your own individuality. And it's important for you to embrace this. It's important for you to know that you're worthy. You deserve a space in this earth, and you deserve to hold space for yourself. So someone here isn't holding space for themselves, or you do not know what this means. It's important for you to allow yourself, connect with your inner child, your inner gut, and maybe ask your inner child, what does space mean? What is space? So home, it's where your heart is, and it literally is in your heart. If you have compassion in your heart, then you do not have this envy or jealousy amongst your life, because you want your family to succeed. You want your family to be successful. And you also want to be able to carry this on for your own life. But it doesn't mean that you have to rob others for this, or treat others disrespectfully because they're aligned differently than you. That's all this is. There's a Y-shaped path. So you can go to your left, you can go to your right. You guys go down different paths. That's just how life works. There's birds chirping big time here, and that may be significant for someone here. This specific bird, I'm not sure what it is, but you can hear it. Yeah, very close, very close. And this could be spirit calling you and trying to send a message to you about home. Maybe you have birds as pets. Maybe you've always wanted to have a bird, but perhaps your family, you're on the other side and everyone's envious of you. And so they lash out and they project their insecurities onto you instead of really owning them and looking at themselves to see, why am I treating my brother or my sister so mean? Why am I being mean to them? Why am I treating them disrespectfully for their achievements? If I was in their position, I would want them to be supportive of me, but I'm not doing that right now. Maybe you're the one that is achieving everything at this time, and your siblings are not supportive, and they're projecting onto you their negative feelings and the way that they feel. you know this could be words like, you think you're better than me, you think you're so much smarter, or you have this and that, and you know you're putting yourself above me, when in reality it's their own insecurity that they're feeling inside for their lack. And instead of them really checking it and looking at and facing their fear, they're just looking at you and focusing on you and your dreams that you've created, the goals you've manifested. They're looking at you as like, and they're not happy about it. And that's very sad for you, because you really want them to succeed too. But yet at the same time, you have to have this healthy boundary for rules of engagement, or else you take this on and you take their insecurities on and you take everything on, and you do, and you just because you're an empath, you want to feel empathy for them, and so you take on the weight that is not yours to carry. Okay? And this is important for you to actually learn about boundaries and to set boundaries with others, so that it gives them, you're basically just setting what you will allow and what you will not allow in your life. So the moment that they begin lashing out on you for your achievements, you know, the moment that they lash out and say, "Oh, you think you're better than me," you can immediately say, "Hey, I I will not allow this to happen. I do not feel those ways. Those are your feelings, not my feelings. And right now, I have to let you know that if you continue to speak this way, I am going to walk away or I'm going to hang up because I do not deserve to be treated this way. And your projections are your own feelings that it's time for you to look in the mirror and address. Okay? Because I love you. I care about you. You are my sibling, and I don't look at you any different. Just because I've become successful or achieved these goals, that doesn't mean that I love you any less. It doesn't mean that I don't see you as my brother or my sister. It just simply means I've achieved this goal that I've reached for. Why is that wrong? You know, you want to not necessarily turn it around to them, but you definitely want to make sure that you have a line that you're not crossing to where you're not taking on their insecurities, their self-sabotage ways, the way that they feel, and that you're definitely not taking ownership of thinking you're better than someone just because someone tells you that because they feel that way inside. So you got to really work on communicating and how you want to enhance the relationship, coming at it with compassion, yet being stern and having discernment to know what it is for you, what this really means. So we have the Lover's card, and this is about temptation. You know, it can be about temptation, but it's also about love, self-love, love for yourself. You know, whatever side of the coin you're on, who knows which side you're on. But luckily for this video and for this inner child healing workshop that we're doing right now, you're able to understand both sides of what it feels like to be in those shoes of achieving while your siblings are failing, and vice versa, being the failing sibling and seeing what the sibling that's achieving things may feel like, you know? So this is giving you a different perspective. Perspective shifts and points are important. You're encouraged to subscribe to my channel and to check out the angel numbers of the day. I do those every day. I also pull an animal spirit card every day. These are ways that spirit guides, ancestors, archangels, source, universe, power, higher power, God, that this is the way that they all try to reach us. Ascended masters, they try through these messages, and they're trying to reach to you right now. And this is one way they also speak to you. You know, there's 78 cards in this deck, 78, and these two are the ones that chose. And there's 44 cards in this deck, and out of 44 cards, this was the card that was chosen for you in this reading. That is specific to envy. And maybe this isn't even sibling. Perhaps this is in your work environment. You know, oftentimes if you have this wound, this deep, deep wound, it could be ancestral wound. Who knows? I mean, you know, the wound is the wound is the wound. It's a clear wound, and it's time to heal this within yourself. So this is the opportunity to really tap into your inner gut, your intuition, and write in your journal how it is. What does home mean to you? And how does your home now reflect your home as a child? What mirrors are there in the reflection? How can you improve your relationship with those that you are envious of? What can you do to help make your relationship better with those around you that you feel envious with? How can you help the relationship with others that are within your reach and are not successful at this time or are struggling significantly while you're achieving all and reaching all of your goals and dreams? How can you be of assistance to those that are not in the space where you're at this time? It's important to ask you this. It's important to ask yourself this and write it out, okay? And when things come up that you want to release, this is a beautiful year. It's meant to happen this year, the year of the serpent, the snake. feminine wisdom and grounding, and also at the same time releasing and shedding the skin that doesn't work for you anymore, the old patterns, the old addictions, the old behaviors, old habits that are not good for you, that aren't working. They're not really manifesting what you want in your life at this time. They're not aligned with you anymore. So it's time to really find what is in alignment for you, what does work for you. And lovers, this is an absolutely beautiful, stunning card. I'm going to hold this up for you so you could see. For those deadheads out there, this the song related to this is Ruben and Charisse. And you see, you have the sun here. You have the sun here. And then you have this angel holding a serpent. Yeah, holding a serpent. The temptation of knowledge, of wanting, of wishing, the envy, the jealousy. Temptation will always be there. So it's important for us to know, that it's going to be around, just to accept and to also honor yourself of how you feel with temptation. And this is all about love for your inner child. We have the sun and the moon. This is about balancing your feminine and masculine energy within you. Every body holds masculine and feminine energy, and it's important for us to honor it and balance it to the best of our ability. This is partially why feminine energy is rising, because feminine energy has always been beneath masculine energy. It's always been labeled or placed beneath that masculine power, and it's really unfortunate. At the same time, feminine energy isn't trying to take over the world. Feminine energy simply wants balance. It's time for balance. And balance not just in this world and for Mother Earth, but also for our individual bodies, the vessels that carry our soul. It's extremely important for us to do this. And when you start to work with this energy, things will come up, triggers will happen. Just know that this will happen. Grab yourself some stones. This calcite can help you with your power, your solar plexus chakra. This carnelian can not only help you with your throat and your speak, but it will also help you with your confidence, your wisdom, with discernment, and healing any trauma that you may have sexually also. Those are things that it can help with. Love. I really feel for many of you that this is about self-love and loving your inner child, getting in tune with your inner child. Your inner child, if you're first starting out, may be frightened and terrified, but you have to keep trying and allowing and holding space. And now I was guided to ask that you also hold space by opening your heart with this rose quartz. A rose quartz gives that Mary Magdalene, Mother Mary, Archangel Mary's nurturing, divine, loving essence of compassion. Fill your heart with your own self-esteem, your own self-love, and how you see yourself. Okay? And then we move right into, this is number 16. So here we have 6. 6 is all about love. It's a very, 6 is the lover's card, and it's not by chance. 6 is a loving number, okay? It can be, it can also represent returning to a state of harmony and balance, which is perfect for you at this time and perfect for this card as well. And then we move to the Tower, number 16. Excuse me. And for those deadheads out there, this is Dark Star, okay? This shows that if you do listen and follow through with the guidance that you've been given and support and writing out and getting in tune with yourself, meditate, go outside barefoot and Go under your favorite tree, sit next to it, hold it for a moment, hug it, or just put your hand on it. Feel that groundedness. Feel how long that tree has been there. Ask the tree questions. You know, it has ancient wisdom and it will help you get grounded in your body. It will also help with inflammation, believe it or not. It's true, you guys. It's really true. So let me hold this up so you can allow your intuition to feel anything that you may feel, see by looking at this card. Okay, so this, what I'm feeling is magical transformation that's going to come quickly for you. The tower moment is all about transformation, but this transformation is going to be about, so you see how the mirror, it's got cracks in it. You know that superstitious saying about breaking a mirror, 7 years of bad luck. Well, you're beyond this now. You grew up feeling this way. You grew up with fear about it. You grew up thinking, now I'm going to have 7 years of bad luck. But now you've realized you're deeper. You have a deeper knowledge. You've connected with your inner child at this point by doing these, recognizing and defining home, and also finding how you, instead of pointing fingers and instead of blaming others for the way your life is, and instead of being jealous or envious, you're actually realizing what you can do. You're asking questions of, how can I better this situation? How can I better my life? How can I improve the relationship? Instead of how can I get this person to do this? Or why won't they change? Or why can't I get them to fail? Instead of wanting someone else to fail that you're said to love or said to care about, you're supporting and uplifting them now, authentically and genuinely, not just saying it and then stabbing them, backstabbing. You're actually saying it, and you're being very transparent with it, with everyone and anyone around you. If anyone starts gossiping about this person, this sibling, this person that is envious, everyone's envious about, because they're creating something for their life that you've always dreamed of, but you feel you don't have the potential. Instead of really attacking them, and instead of agreeing when the gossip comes around, you actually stand up for this person now, and you stand up for them in a way of like a reflecting of someone looking back at themselves. And you're doing this, and perhaps maybe you're the one that was attacked because you had the achievements, and you're in this situation now sitting back and you're reflecting back to childhood. So there's different avenues and ways to look at this, okay? And this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. Make sure you're following your intuition during this guidance, because it's important for you to be a part of this. This is how we exchange, our energy exchange, okay? This is you being a part of this entire scene, entire part of the universe and cosmos. This shows a third eye awakening to me. I see that your third eye is going to open up, and you're going to have a deep connection with your inner child. This is not by chance that this is right above this card. The eye in the center of this flower blossoming into beauty is going straight up to the star, the cosmos, and right up to your inner child. You're so very grateful, eternally grateful for this opportunity, and it took compassion in your heart to make it happen. Yeah. Reflection. What is the reflection? Maybe it is also changing the reflection of how you view this person. Once you it's magic. It's magical how much changes in your life when you change your perspective and change your perception of people. You have this shift. And once you start seeing others in love and light, you also can bring this into your life. And at the same time, once you see others and you eliminate the energy around you that's dense, that's still stuck where you're not, and it's not in alignment with you, you are able to let them go easier, and you're able to release them, cut the cords. And maybe it's not forever, Maybe they'll come back into your life or they'll remain in your life, but just be very subtle because you know that you have to protect your energy because you have leveled up in a way of you've raised your frequency. Your frequency isn't lowered and dense anymore. It's actually created this opportunity for you to really start to make your manifestations happen. 16 could be significant for you. We're on the 19th and perhaps maybe in June 16th, something is significant for you. That's Juneteenth, I believe. Perhaps that's something miraculous may happen. The mirror, the reflection, look at yourself. Look at yourself and start to love yourself through and through. Because once you gain the love for yourself, then you are going to be able to spread this love to others. Yeah. So this is the Tower in the regular card. And this is Dark Star for those deadheads out there. This is all about transmutation, deconstruction. It can be that blessing in disguise feeling. It could feel like the end of the world for you, but then you're going to come out on the other side and feel so much freer because you're doing this transition, this transformation. This is like when Ganesha stops in and puts an obstacle in your path because it's time for you you've went on this other journey, but you're not meant for that. That's not your path. You're the path that you're, so they put an obstacle in front of you to redirect you back on the path that you're meant to be on. Okay. So the tower moment can feel like the end of the world. It could feel like rock bottom, but in reality, it's just, it's ruin. It's disidentifying. There's this emptiness because you're transforming yourself. And the transformation is that, you're, what you've always known is collapsing, but that's what you want. So this cosmic wheel of karma can rip away from its own axis and come into creation of this new beautiful flower that you're going to be. I mean, this speaks of what we've talked about this entire reading, is about demanding that you face the raw truth of every situation, even if your whole world comes crashing down around you. The projections, the beliefs, the identifications that were based on false understanding of the nature of reality is all going to fall away into formlessness of what no longer, and formlessness, merely reflections of what no longer serves you, what no longer matters. Okay, embrace this moment, embrace the moment, and feel you are going to come out on the other side with a whole new life ahead of you. Very transformational and beautiful. That is all I have for you today. Be sure to like this channel, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share in the comments below what part of this path you're on or what this meant to you. Okay, have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.